When you want to say something is the best, it's almost always an opinion. However, if you have some hard facts to back that opinion, it definitely helps your argument. It's hard to come up with hard facts when you're saying that this is the best coffee or this is the best bourbon, but it gets a little bit easier when it comes to something we can attach some hard numbers to. Personal defense weapons are usually meant to be compact, small, and light and used primarily for close quarters work, say 50 yards and in, and may be stretched a little farther if needed. But if I said there was a PDW that did all the things a PDW needed to do extremely well, and it had an effective range of 200 yards and could possibly go farther if needed, wouldn't that make it the best personal defense weapon? For those that aren't familiar with the 5.7, the cartridge was developed by FN on a request from NATO for a new cartridge that would be something in between a 9mm and a 5.56. NATO wanted something that could be used in PDWs with a lot more punch than the 9mm offered, so FN developed the cartridge and the P90 along with the 5.7 pistol to accompany it. There have been some other companies to chamber guns in the round over the years, however I never took any of those offerings seriously until CMMG came out with their Mark 57 Banshee. These offerings from FN have been adopted by many countries around the world, and the P90 is even in use by our Secret Service. The round has been praised for its small size, allowing magazines to be compact yet still have large capacities. Its speed coming out of the barrel and its effectiveness in short barrels when compared to 5.56, letting the weapons be more compact as well. The 5.7 is a very polarizing round. People seem to either really love it or really hate it. I'm a fan of the round. I own a PS90, the 16-inch civilian version of the P90, and a 5.7 pistol. However, to be honest, it's probably been over a year since I've shot the round before I got my hands on this Banshee. What you can't deny about the 5.7 is its very low recoil, very flat shooting, very accurate, and that all allows for very quick follow-up shots, so it makes the perfect candidate for a personal defense weapon like the CMMG Banshee. The Banshee is an awesome PDW. It's small, light, and a pleasure to shoot. Most notably, it features an insanely short 5-inch barrel, an overall length of 18.5 inches, and a weight of 4.6 pounds. This thing takes compact to a whole new level. We reviewed the 9mm Banshee pistol a while back and loved it, but this new Mark 57 Banshee steps things up a bit because of the 5.7 round, because you can't do this with the 9mm. Let me enhance the audio for a second so you can hear that a little better. Those are hits, standing, offhand, on a plate, 200 yards away, with a 5-inch barrel. And that's pretty hard to do with a 9mm or any other round that you would normally chamber a personal defense weapon in. So what is so mind-blowing for me about the Mark 57 Banshee is you have an ultra-compact personal defense weapon with a collapsed length of only 18.5 inches, weighing in at 4.6 pounds that works great up close like all PDWs do, but can be easily stretched out to 200 yards if you need to. 200 yards is actually such an easy shot with the Banshee, we decided to see if we could take it out even farther, and that gave birth to what I like to call the mini sniper. We added a Harris bipod and my 1:4 power Nikon black scope to see just how far we could get the Banshee to go. The day we did this, we had a little wind, yet we were still able to get hits on an 8-inch plate at 300 yards without too much trouble. We even got one hit on a man-sized target at 500. It would be a ton of fun to experiment with this more on a day with no wind and even a more powerful scope.
Oh, elevation was good. You hit it, dude.
Oh man, I hit
You
it.
hit it.
Oh, I don't know if I'll ever do that again.
I think it's safe to say that the effective range of the Banshee MK57 is easily 200 yards, and it can be stretched to ridiculous ranges even in this small of a package with only a 5-inch barrel. The MK57 Banshee features all the goodies of all the other calibers. You have the shortened M-LOK handguard with just the slightest hand stop to keep those digits safe, CMMG's massive charging handle that can be activated from either side of the weapon, and you'll also have safeties on both sides for all the southpaw shooters out there. This Banshee from Silencer Shop is an SBR and comes equipped with the CMMG ripstock, and this thing is awesome. You can collapse it nice and short and then just pull on it to deploy, no searching for buttons or anything like that. It has plenty of room to get a nice cheek weld and is super comfortable. This is the first time I got to use the ripstock because the 9mm Banshee I reviewed was a pistol and has the tailhook mod too. The Banshee MK57 is available as an SBR like this one with the ripstock, and it is also available with the tailhook mod 2 as a pistol if you prefer to get it that way. I love the way CMMG made the magwell fit the FN57 pistol mags and didn't just use a larger magwell. This gives it such a clean look, and the magwell also has a nice flare to it to assist on reloads. Like I said, the CMMG MK57 works on FN pistol mags and ships with a Pro Mag version of that magazine. We had 100% function from either the Pro Mag or the genuine FN, however CMMG warns against using the 30-round Pro Mag if you want to maintain optimum reliability. Also, the FN mags easily drop free from the receiver, and the Pro Mags are kinda hit and miss. Sometimes they drop free and sometimes not so much. Either way, I'd recommend picking up some genuine FN mags. They just do everything they're supposed to all of the time. The CMMG Banshee MK57, like the Banshees before it and the Guard, utilize CMMG's radial delayed blowback system. So what does that mean exactly? It means it's extremely reliable, far more reliable than direct blowback, and I would say even more reliable than direct impingement. It also means it's going to suppress a little bit better. I'm a huge fan of the PS90. I've had one for years and it's always been a really impressive rifle for me. And this is going to hurt to say a little bit, but the Banshee is a superior platform for the 5.7 round. Now I know that some of you are throwing stuff at the screen right now and smashing that dislike button, but if I hadn't shot them both myself, I'd probably be doing the same thing. But the proven ergonomics of the AR-15 platform just crushed the PS90. I know that the mag on the PS90 can hold up to 50 rounds, but would you rather do a mag change on a PS90 or a Banshee, which is basically an AR-15? The trigger in the PS90 is a little rough, like most bullpups, and the CMMG mil-spec trigger in the Banshee is far superior and could easily be upgraded to an even better trigger if you so desire. The sighting tower on the PS90 has always been a sticking point for me. I know it doesn't bother some, but for me I'm always having a hard time finding the right optic, and actually usually just end up looking through the little peephole and using the iron sights. And again, the Banshee is essentially an AR-15 and the sighting options are endless. Safety is weird too, and again, the Banshee has an Ambi AR-15 safety, which is proven and extremely ergonomic. I'm not going to be selling or getting rid of my PS90, and sometimes the truth is hard to swallow, but the Banshee just crushes the PS90 at about every turn. In my opinion, the Banshee is the best rifle available for the 5.7 cartridge. There are a lot of different loadings for the 5.7 cartridge, and most notably, there are some new subsonic offerings available. Apparently you're supposed to switch out the buffer in the Banshee to run this stuff. While we didn't run very much of it, I did not switch out the buffer, and the little we ran worked just fine. With the box of subsonic 5.7, we ran 1,000 rounds through this Banshee with no issues. All of that with either FN branded ammo, American Eagle, and the one box of subs. Since this is a silencer shop video, we tested several different silencers on the CMMG Banshee Mark 5.7, from the OSS Helix QD to the SIG SRD 5.56, the Q Thunder Chicken, and the Dead Air Mask. Now, I'm not a suppressor engineer, but to me the Dead Air Mask actually sounded the best, which kind of blew my mind because I really thought that the larger cans with more internal volume would sound better. For those that don't know, the Mask is Dead Air's 22 long rifle offering, but this thing is stout. Along with 22 long rifle, this thing will hold up to 17 HMR, 22 Magnum, and of course we shot the hell out of it with 5.7 on only a 5-inch barrel, and this thing is just like a little tiny tank. Since I don't have a 22 can that is rated for 5.7, I'm going to have to pick one of these up. And from what I understand, it's also one of the quietest 22 long rifle suppressors available, and it never hurts to have another 22 can laying around. Just like everything else I've shot from Dead Air, this thing is absolutely top notch. Shooting the Banshee Mark 5.7 is inspiring. It's very short and very light, making it extremely agile. It's laser accurate out to ranges that shouldn't be possible in a gun this small. And the Dead Air Mask makes it nice and quiet without adding any unneeded weight or length. The Banshee Mark 5.7 is also very surprising. When I first heard about it, I was surprised that CMMG was going to make a gun chambered in 5.7. Then when I first shot it, I was surprised by just how much I liked the Banshee in 5.7. Most surprising to me was that I actually liked it even more than my beloved PS90. The 5.7 and the CMMG Banshee go together so well, it's like they were made for each other. The Banshee is a size that is in between a pistol and a rifle, and the 5.7 cartridge was intended to be a round in between a 9mm pistol round and a 5.56 rifle round. So they go perfectly together and really make the Mark 5.7 the ultimate Banshee because of the 5.7 round, and the Banshee the ultimate platform for the 5.7 round. The Banshee is the platform for me that has truly unlocked and realized the capability of the 5.7. I want to thank Silencer Shop for sending out this Banshee Mark 5.7, and I'll definitely be picking up my own along with a Dead Air Mask to go on it. The term game changer gets thrown around a lot, but when you have a firearm this small and this capable, to me, that's a game changer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to thank Silencer Shop again for sending out the Banshee Mark 5.7 with the Dead Air Mask for review. Speaking of game changing, Silencer Shop has changed the game in the silencer paperwork arena. They have streamlined the process and made it as easy as it possibly can be. All you need to do is go to your local Silencer Shop dealer. If you're in Central Alabama like me, you can go to Nichols Outfitters, and they can walk you through the process in less than 15 minutes, and you'll be on your way to quiet shooting, which is better shooting. Plus, they have a massive selection of silencers and SBRs on their website. If If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. We've got some big reviews coming up that you won't want to miss. And if you're not already, follow us on social media, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.